Today, we are going to talk briefly about change orders. What is a change order? A change order is a legally binding document used to make changes to the contract. This presentation describes the use of forms CEM 4900, CEM 4903 and CEM 4901 and provides guidance for writing change orders and memorandums. 5303 Purpose of change orders. What is the purpose of change orders? Use change orders to change any part of the original contract. In addition, change orders are used for administrative and other purposes. The following are some of the reasons for writing change orders: to change contract plans, specifications, or both. To describe the work and method of payment for work stipulate for contract to be paid as extra work. To authorize an increase in extra work funds necessary to complete a previously authorized change. To make payment adjustments. To implement a value engineering change proposal. To clarify terms of the contract. To resolve disputes or potential claims before the proposed final estimate, or claims after the proposed final estimate. And to pay for contract claim determinations. There are three forms that are being used for change order. 1. CEM 4903, which is the memorandum. 2. CEM 4900, which is the change order form. And 3. CEM 4901, which is the change order input sheet. Let's start with the change order form CEM 4903, or the change order form. Before we proceed, just a quick reminder to use change order form revised in June 2019. Let's proceed to the contents of a change order. What are the contents of a change order? It can be found under Section 5306 of the Construction Manual. The change order must be clear, concise, and explicit. The contents of a change order includes the following: 1. Method or methods of payment. 2. Description of work, and 3. Time adjustment. For number 1, methods of payment. When writing a change order, the resident engineer often can choose the payment method for added or changed work. It answers the question, how? Consider the method of compensation before preparing the CO. The resident engineer and contractor are encouraged to cooperate and agree to the content of the CO to proceed with the work and avoid delays to the contract. Refer to Section 5306C Methods of Payment. 2. Description of work. What is to be done? Location and limits of proposed work. Always verify that the work identified in the proposed change order. Wording must be clear, concise and explicit, telling the contractor what is to be done, where or within what limits, and if possible, when. Reference applicable specifications. Also, use the appropriate standard clause. Link is provided in the construction manual. Customize standard clauses to reflect what is appropriate for the change order being written. 3. Time adjustment. Answers the question, how is it affecting the time of completion? The proposed change order's effect on time of completion. Enter the amount of the time adjustment on the change order, including when there is no adjustment. If you cannot determine or agree on an adjustment of time in the initial change order, you may defer the adjustment. Refer to Section 5306D Adjustments to Time of Completion. For more details, refer to Section 5306 Change Order Contents of the Construction Manual. Now we go to the memorandum. CEM 4903. Change Order Memorandum. Make sure to use latest version, which is the one revised in June 2019. Please note that any form, especially the memo, cannot be altered. A good example is the concurred by section of the memorandum. If you need to add concurrences and there is not enough space, do not hesitate to ask for assistance, and CO Desk will gladly help. Just a reminder, the memorandum is intended for interdepartmental use only. Do not send the memorandum to the contractor. Now we go to the memorandum. CEM 4903. Change Order Memorandum. There are 5 components in writing a change order memorandum. 1. Description of work. 2. Reason for change. 3. Methods of payment. 4. Special circumstances. 5. Time adjustment. Description of work. Opening statement is a summary of the change order document itself. It is a continuation of the header. This change order provides for, which answers the question, what and where. State what the change order provides. It should be brief, clear, concise, and encompass the general objective of the changes. It should describe the work and location. Note that supplemental change orders should also include a description of the original change order. Second will be reason for change. Explain the need for the change and justify why this change is needed, who initiated it, and how is the issue going to be resolved. The reason for the change should be clearly explained. If, when read, the explanation does not answer why the change is necessary, then the explanation is not clear. For a change order that is to be processed unilaterally, explain under reason for change, why the contractor will not sign or why the contractor's signature is not required. If applicable, attach a copy of any correspondence from the contractor regarding the change order. Third is method of payment. How will the contractor be compensated, or is there a credit to the department? Method or methods of payment used in change order will reflect on the memorandum. Also indicate if there are any backup documents or backup calculations such as force account analysis on file with project records to justify the cost. Refer to Section 5306C Methods of Payment. Fourth will be concurrences. Secure a recommendation or the concurrence from affected functional units and other agencies. Concurrence is evidence of agreement but does not constitute approval of a change order. Refer to Section 5307C Coordination and concurrence by others. Just remember, concurrence from construction engineer is always required. And lastly, fifth will be time adjustment. How is time affecting the project? Does it have a negative impact such as to the work or no time adjustment or maybe deferred time? Have a final discussion with the construction engineer and select the best alternative. For contents of the memorandum, refer to Section 5307A of the Construction Manual. Input sheet. Use the revised version January of 2025. Not a lot still know that there is a new version of the input sheet that came out in January 2025. Check the website occasionally to check updates. The input sheet, Form CEM 4901, is used for inputting the change order into the pay system, so accuracy is important. Enter the contract and contract change order numbers at the top of the form. The original contract change order is supplement 0. Enter the 0 on the form. The remainder of the form is divided into 5 sections labeled Card Type 1, Card Type 2, Card Type 3, Card Type 4, and Card Type 5. Complete only those sections that are applicable. Chronological order of signatures on CEM 4900 or the change order. Recently, HQ had a new procedure regarding signatures. We will discuss the chronological order of signatures per HQ's requirement for both district-approved change orders and HQ-approved change orders. Change orders less than $50,000. As stated in Section 5311B District Approval Limitations of the Construction Manual, change order may not be delegated below the level of the senior RE or construction engineer for change orders more than $50,000. Therefore, a construction engineer can approve a change order below $50,000. Chronological order of signatures should be as follows. Number 1 is the RE. The resident engineer must sign and date the submitted by, then provide it to the contractor for acceptance. Followed by number 2, contractor. Once contractor signs, then the change order is considered executed. Last will be number 3, engineer approval by. In this case, it will be the construction engineer. Next will be for other district approval limitations under Section 5311B. Here is the list of district approval of the following types of other change orders that may not be delegated below the level of a region construction division chief or district construction deputy director. Refer to Section 5311B for more details. Also, under this category for district approval, change orders exceeding $50,000 but not over $200,000. Districts may not delegate below the level of Region Construction Division Chief or District Construction Deputy Director the approval recommended signatures on Division of Construction approved change orders. On this slide, we will show the chronological order of signatures for over $50,000 but less than $200,000. Number 1. Resident engineer. The resident engineer must sign and date the submitted by, followed by number 2. Construction engineer under approval recommended by. Once construction engineer signs, change order may be provided to contractor for acceptance. Then, step number 3. Package is ready for routing to contractor for execution. Once contractor signs, then the change order is considered executed. Last will be number 4. Under engineer approval by, in this case, it will be the corridor directors or DDCM-EAM or DDC Construction, respectively. This chronological order of signatures is applicable to any of the criteria stated above, including change orders exceeding $50,000 but less than $200,000. For division of construction approval, refer to Construction Manual. Just for information only, District 11 does not have an approved District Quality Control Plan. Page 53.2 of the Construction Manual shows that the criteria what our district must still comply with. It is also listed in this slide for your reference. Chronological order of signatures should be as follows. Number 1. Resident engineer. The resident engineer must sign and date the submitted by, followed by number 2. Construction engineer initials the change order. Step number 3. Corridor directors or DDC Construction or DDCM-EAM, maintenance, signs under approval recommended by, which is for initial approval. Once number 1, number 2 and number 3 are fulfilled, package will be sent to HQ for approval, or INA. If a change order has been approved by HQ, INA will be issued. Package is ready for routing to contractor for execution. Proceed to step number 4. Complete the package to be sent to respective approving engineers for final step, which will be step number 5. Once done, submit all documents including attachments to CCO desk for submission to D11 estimate desk for input in the CAS system. Common mistakes. The following are common mistakes in writing a change order. Forms. Make sure to use the latest versions of the forms and do not alter the form. Category code. Make sure category code on input sheet match the memorandum. Avoid using CXXX if possible. This will help Division of Construction to audit correctly. Use the link provided in the Construction Manual for category codes. District approve versus HQ approval. Refer to Construction Manual for criteria to ensure correct signatures needed on change orders. Attachments alongside with the package include relative documents such as, if applicable, concurrences, force account analysis including CO desk's email that it has been reviewed to avoid delay. Use of agreed in payment method. Do not use the word agree or agreed if contractor does not want to sign the change order. If contractor refuses to sign, that means there is no agreement. If contractor refuses to sign the change order, indicate in memo and change order and explain as to why contractor refuses to sign, and change order will be processed unilaterally. In change order under contractor's signature, write unilateral information. Do not leave blank per headquarters instruction. If there is no dollar amount, time adjustments, or any information, write 0 or NA whichever is applicable. Plan sheets, specifications, charts if applicable. Make sure engineer's stamp is current. Refer to section 6735, preparation, signing, and sealing of civil engineering documents of California's Professional Engineers Act. Per district procedure, no policy, use as approved, or as authorized, rather than as indicated, or as ordered, or as directed by the engineer. Blank sheets. Per district procedure. Write this page is intentionally left blank. If HQ approval is required, construction engineer initials the change order per D11 director's requirement. This will ensure that construction engineer read and concurs with the change order as well. District Division Chief for Construction, or MARGI, requires that all change order must come from CO desk to ensure it has been reviewed before sending it for her approval. Remember, always use the latest version of the forms. Refer to the Construction Manual. Use the new standard clauses. Remember new procedure for signatures. Submit a complete package. By doing so, it will avoid delay. Any questions? Please email ccodeskd11 at cco.desk.d11@dot.ca.gov. Thank you.